In this video, we'll walk Google Voice admins through the basics of setting up a new Google Voice system. Let's take a look at the admin console in Google Voice. G Suite admins will find this interface pretty familiar. It's designed to be simple, smart, and scalable, meaning no more administrative headache. Just like the rest of G Suite services, this is where admins go to set up and configure Google Voice, and also where they'll go to port numbers, see reports on usage, access call data records, and more. Before you assign numbers to users or port numbers to Google Voice, you need to set up the location information. Voice needs the service address of your headquarters location in each of the countries or regions where you use Voice. To set up a location, click on Add Location. You'll first select the country, then provide a location name and street address. Google Voice will use the first address set up as the primary service address and use this for licensing and billing. Next, we'll walk through setting up a new phone number. The list of users you see here have already been licensed for Voice. By clicking the link to edit the account, Google Voice will automatically assign a number by default. Another piece of information that's needed is the user service address. This address can be validated inline. The address should populate as it's being typed. This can also be set by the end user, but it's important to make sure that the address is correct as it will correspond with the address shown to emergency services. If desired, an admin can manually select a different phone number. That's it. The user will now get an email with their new phone number and instructions on how to get the latest Google Voice apps to get started. For a greater number of users, you'll notice the Batch Assign button at the top right where you can provision many users all at once. Let's jump to a sample sheet. Voice uses Google Sheets and any errors are flagged after the sheet is submitted for processing. The errors will show up in the sheet itself so they can be corrected and resubmitted easily. In the future, we'll also be adding support to provision in batches via APIs. Google Voice is designed to ease the number of resources needed for administration when it makes sense. With admin permission, users can choose their own number. Back in Service Management, you'll see Send Invites. By clicking that and confirming, users that have not been assigned a number will get an invitation and can set up their own numbers within the client. Think of the auto attendant as your virtual receptionist. Google Voice makes setting up an auto attendant simple and smart, allowing you to simply enter text and automatically converting it to speech. You can even select the language and accent. Once you set up the greeting and any special announcements, you can set call handling to either provide menu options or transfer the caller. If setting up a call menu, you'll give the caller overall menu instructions and then specify how to best direct the caller based on their input. For example, you can ask the caller to press 1 for support and 2 for sales and provide target numbers for each. At the end of the menu, it's best to give the caller a chance to repeat the menu just in case they missed something. Auto attendants are endlessly customizable and you can create submenus depending on how you want to handle specific calls. It's impossible to predict how all callers will interact with your auto attendant, so we have you covered with error handling options in the settings menu. If your business isn't a 24/7 operation, you can also set business hours for your auto attendant, allowing you to provide customized messages after hours or on holidays. After setting your business hour preferences, you'll be able to transfer the caller, allowing them to leave a voicemail, or simply disconnect the call and asking them to call back during business hours. Before you finalize your auto attendant, you'll want to assign it a number just as you would for a user. If you're an existing business, chances are you want to keep your existing numbers. That's where porting comes in. Porting allows you to transfer numbers from your existing service provider into Google Voice. Remember not to cancel your existing service until you have received confirmation that number porting is complete. To get started, grab a copy of your existing phone bill and enter the company information as it appears on the bill. If you have a PIN or password to unlock your account with your existing provider, you'll need to enter that here. On the next prompt, enter the date you want the service port to complete. Because number porting relies on a third party, the date needs to be at least 2 weeks from today and not more than 60 days from today or on a weekend. Once you continue, we'll validate all the info you provided, and when you're ready, you can initiate the port. You can check back on the port screen at any time to see the status of ports you've initiated.